In this video, I will talk about 8 things I wish I knew earlier as a Scrum Master. It's a complex role, and many people entering the role have wrong expectations. This video will be a bit dark. You might consider some of these as being negative, but let's try to keep a positive vibe here and reframe all the negative aspects of the role of a Scrum Master into positive opportunities for growth. Number 1, emotional labor. As a Scrum Master, you're expected to help the team build a safe, healthy working environment, and you will be expected to manage your emotions well and also the emotions of others. That's not an easy task. It really depends on the teams that you support, but for some Scrum Masters, this might mean countless hours of listening to team members, mediating conflicts, while at the same time keeping morale high, controlling your emotions, and also trying to control the emotions of others is draining. And some people are not used to it. Some project managers who are converted to Scrum Masters are surprised by this role because it demands so much from you. And you need to do all this while still controlling your emotions and ensuring that people still trust you and take you seriously. Some people have a hard time trusting someone or taking someone seriously if they can't control their emotions. And it's hard to do. It's draining. A few months back, I was supporting a Scrum team and I noticed a little bit of tension between 2 developers. I didn't do nothing about it, but slowly, gradually, throughout the coming weeks, the tension grew and everything blew up during one of the sprint plannings. Full-blown conflict, and I had to schedule a meeting to do some conflict resolution, obviously. Talking to each one individually and getting everyone in a room and trying to resolve the conflict with their permission, obviously. But it was draining. I had to control my emotions, trying to calm down the situation, listening to individual members, trying to keep a neutral stance. That's not something that they tell you in the Scrum Guide or when you're doing your Scrum Master certifications. Most people don't have this skill, and I had to build gradually this skill also. I couldn't do that in the past. I had to gradually build up this skill. The second thing that people don't tell you about being a Scrum Master is resistance to change that you'll get from the team members and also stakeholders. But let's focus on the team members. You will get a lot of resistance. Obviously, it depends on the team that you support, but you will usually get a lot of resistance, especially when the company is going through an agile transformation. When the team is just starting to use the Scrum framework or Kanban or any other frameworks, people don't want to change. A simple example is the daily Scrum. I know many teams who don't like doing the daily Scrum. And a few years back, I was supporting a team who didn't want to do the daily Scrum. They felt that it was a waste of time. I said, fair enough, no need to do the daily Scrum. But please, try something. For a few weeks, every single day, just meet up 15 minutes and just talk about what you'll do as a team during the day, how you will help each other and build a plan of action for the team and how you'll reach your goal together for the day. That's it. A daily planning session, a daily team planning session. No need to call it the daily stand-up. No need to call it the daily Scrum. And they did it. And after a few weeks, they told me that it was a brilliant idea. They loved the idea of a daily planning session. It really made them more efficient and effective. And then I revealed that's exactly what a daily Scrum should look like. It's a daily planning session for the developers, done by the developers, not a status meeting, not a meeting where we go through a board, telling the product owner or the Scrum Master or any other stakeholders joining the meeting, what did I do yesterday, what will I do today? No one cares. Daily planning session for the developers, by the developers. So people will resist change, but you need to try to reframe that into something. Always think about what's in it for them. Number 3, conflicting goals with management. This one is hard. Most people watching this video will at some point have a conflict with a manager somewhere in the organization. You want the team to succeed. The team wants to build something beautiful, something of value that customers will actually use and like. But some manager somewhere, upper management maybe, even the directors, they want efficiency, they want delivery, they want output, they want you to meet release dates. That's their goal. Output, delivery, that's their priority. Value customers using, they assume that people will use it. Just deliver on time, and obviously they assume that you build something good. But that's not always the case. You can't always build something good and deliver fast. These two things are often not compatible. So you need to prioritize correctly. What's your priority? Delivering on time, output, delivering a lot of features, or delivering something that the customers will use? If as a Scrum Master, you're preaching value and the team believes in delivering value, and management, they want output, they want delivery, they want to meet unrealistic deadlines, you're going to have a hard time. Your team is going to have a hard time. Number 4, high expectation without authority. A Scrum Master doesn't have authority on the team, can't tell the team what to do. At least a good Scrum Master shouldn't be telling the team what to do. They are more a coach, a teacher, a mentor. But as per the Scrum Guide 2020, the latest version of the Scrum Guide, the Scrum Master is accountable for 2 things. First, ensuring that the team follows the Scrum framework as per the latest version of the Scrum Guide. And second, ensuring that the team is effective, and the Scrum Master needs to do all these things without telling the team what to do. Without having authority on the team. They can't just say, follow the Scrum Guide, do a daily Scrum, do a sprint retrospectives, ensure that you are effective. No, it's a skill. You need to gradually influence the team without authority. That's why you need to gain their trust. They need to take you seriously. And that's not an easy task, especially when you're a new Scrum Master. Why would people even listen to you? Who are you? What are your qualifications? Okay, you got this certification as a Scrum Master, professional Scrum Master, or certified Scrum Master. No one cares. Why should we listen to you? What do you know about efficiency? What do you know about effectiveness? And all this makes sense. People have a right to question your ability to help them. So you need to gradually, throughout the years, build a track record in the team, in the organization, and in other organizations also, so that people can take you seriously. I'm the living proof of that. People, sadly enough, take me more seriously now than when I started this YouTube channel 2 years ago, when I was getting 1-2 views per video. Was taking me seriously. But now, people sort of take me more seriously just because I have a following, which doesn't make any sense. Number 5, maintaining Scrum values, the Agile Manifesto, the principles, the values under pressure. A really good example of that is the sprint retrospective. Maybe a team, they're doing frequently, every single sprint, the sprint retrospective. You are facilitating this sprint retrospective as a Scrum Master. But then at some point, there's a lot of meetings, unrealistic deadlines that we need to meet, a lot of production issues. Let's skip the sprint retrospective. We don't have time to improve. Let's focus on work. No, we shouldn't be focusing only on work. Continuous improvement should be treated as a priority. That's when you know if a team is truly agile or not, or follows the Scrum framework correctly. What do they do under pressure? How do they act during pressure? Do they revert to their old mindset, maybe waterfall model during pressure? Do they start micromanaging people, telling people what to do? The product owner making all the decisions under pressure. Self-management no longer exists under pressure. What do they do under pressure? The next thing they don't tell you about being a Scrum Master is that many people will not understand your role. You will explain your role several times to many people. They still won't get it. And you start to get requests from stakeholders, managers telling you to send weekly reports of a progress, asking you why a team is not delivering enough. Assign more work to the team. Why are you not managing Jira? Why are you not resolving our impediments? All things that are important for a team. That is Scrum Master. Don't get me wrong, a Scrum Master can do all these things. But at the end of the day, the team is responsible to do all these things if there's value in doing these things. Not a single person, not the Scrum Master. And at some point, if the Scrum Master is doing that, resolving all the impediments, the Scrum Master should be coaching the team so that everyone in the team can resolve the impediment. If that's not the case, the Scrum Master at some point will become the impediment. Because what happens if a Scrum Master is on leave? No one resolves impediments? Doesn't make any sense. So one of the key things that you need to do as a Scrum Master is ensuring that you are in line. People understand your role. Have a session with key stakeholders, especially also the team members. What do you expect from me? And also mention what you expect from them. A sort of working agreement between individuals. And the next thing they don't tell you about being a Scrum Master is that your value will be questioned every single day. Why are you here? What do you do? Oh, you don't resolve impediments. You're not here to send reporting. You're not here to micromanage the team. But so what do you do? What's your value as a Scrum Master? When people don't understand a role, they question it, especially when the team is going through tough times. If a team is not delivering, meeting this unrealistic deadline, you're going to look at the Scrum Master. What is the Scrum Master doing? What kind of value are you bringing? Show proof that you're helping the team. That's a constant struggle for a Scrum Master in a non-mature environment in terms of agility. And that's most Scrum Masters. 90% of Scrum Masters are working in a non-agile, mature environment. So we need to constantly be proving their worth, which is good. You need to have objectives. You need to show value. But that's also an anti-pattern. Because how do you prove it? Some Scrum Masters can go into help the team increase velocity by X% in 2 months. That's an anti-pattern. At the end of the day, the priority of a team is your priority also as a Scrum Master. Our highest priority is to satisfy the customer through early and continuous delivery of valuable software. And the final thing I wish I knew earlier about being a Scrum Master is the facilitating side of things. You'll often, very often, especially when starting out, going to meetings, awkward meetings where no one is talking. You're doing sprint retrospectives, you're the only one talking, or you're talking and another team member is talking. That shouldn't be the case. And as a Scrum Master, you need to fix this issue, and it's not an easy task. Talking with each team members, asking them individually why they are not participating in the sprint retrospective, or they're not safe enough. This alone can take weeks, months, and people don't tell you that. How hard it is to facilitate sessions, meetings, retrospectives. It's hard to do. But with time, you get better. If you want more tips, insights on Agile, Scrum, personal growth, click on the video that stands out the most on the screen right now, and I'll see you in a few seconds.